points from Blake. Jefferson. And Montgomery Blair meet today on It's Academic. Hello, everyone. I'm Hillary Howard, and welcome to the It's Academic Championship, where each of these teams competes for a share of $10,000 in scholarship grants from Giant Food. And it took a lot to get here. They know a lot. They are formidable. But this is the opening round. Let's get to it. Since this is the last regular show of the year, let's look at some things that are last or associated with the word last. Are you ready? This is the 24th and last letter of the Greek alphabet. Blair.
Omega.
Omega's right. He was the last Whig president of the United Blair.
Isn't that right? Yeah, Fillmore.
Fillmore is right. A Helen DeWitt novel is titled The Last of This Type of Blake.
Mohicans?
No, samurai, Japanese warrior. Edward Bulwer Lytton wrote The Last Days of Jefferson.
Pompeii.
Pompeii is right. Alphabetically, this is the last U.S. state. Blake.
Wyoming.
Wyoming's right. This Star Wars Episode 8 title, Jefferson.
Last Jedi.
Last Jedi.
Jedi is right. This last country to join the UN was Blair.
Kosovo.
No, South Sudan. This is the last word of our national anthem. Blair.
Brave.
Brave is right, and that's the end of the round.
Yep.
It's Academic with Hillary Howard. Now in its 57th season. And for 50 years, proudly sponsored by Giant.
Hello, everyone. We are so glad you're with us in what will be a very exciting game on this Saturday morning. Let's meet these fabulous teams, and we begin with Blake from Silver Spring. Caroline, how you doing today?
Hi, I'm a 16-year-old sophomore, and I'd like to thank our friends, family, and alternate Jen for coming out to support us today.
All righty, Lily.
Hi, I'm an 18-year-old senior, and I would like to thank our coach emeritus, Mr. Kevin Keegan, as well as Giant Food for their continued sponsorship of this program.
Yay, Giant. And Joseph.
Hi, I'm a 16-year-old sophomore, and I would like to thank our parents and teachers for helping to prepare us for today.
All right, guys, questions are worth 20 points. As you know, nothing off for a wrong answer. Mama law is best. While your mother's law is no doubt best, please find in this phrase the name of what African country where Lilongwe is capital.
Malawi.
Yes. A battery. It may come as a shock to learn that battery is the term used to refer to a group of what kind of ferocious B-initialed fish found in tropical waters.
Barracuda.
Barracuda is right. Call me Ishmael O'Reilly. You can correct this opening line from Moby Dick by eliminating what word?
O'Reilly.
O'Reilly it is. Janka, Castilian, Bantu. Which of these three languages is widely spoken in the Kingdom of Bhutan in the Himalayas?
The first one.
Yep, you are right. Courage is knowing what not to fear. This brave statement comes from what ancient Greek philosopher who founded a famous academy around 386 BC?
Demosthenes.
Nope, it's Plato. But nice job, Blake. 180 points. From Fairfax County, Virginia, Jefferson High School. Alex, good to see you.
Hi, I'm Alex. I'm a 17-year-old senior, and I'd like to thank our friends and family for showing up today and supporting us throughout the whole year.
Wonderful. Hello, Rohan.
I'm an 18-year-old senior, and I'd like to thank our former captain, Ryan Gallant. He couldn't make it here to be with us in the studio, but he's always been a great mentor to all three of us, and we wouldn't be here without him.
Ah, that's wonderful. And Grant.
Hi, I'm an 18-year-old senior at TJ, and we'd like to thank our coach, Mr. Laffey, and our principal, Dr. Bonatadopoulos, for coming out to support us.
All right, gentlemen. A zigzag rebellion. Take a straight path here and see if you can find the name of what capital city of Croatia?
Zagreb.
Yes, it is. A roost. In the past, hunters used this word to describe large flights of what sort of American pigeon, which has been extinct since 1914?
Passenger pigeon.
Passenger pigeon.
Passenger pigeon is it. Like water for chocolate chips. This might sound yummy, but it's not correct. Please eliminate one word and fix this Laura Suskin title.
Get rid of chips.
Yeah. Ramadi, Fallujah, Khe Which of these places was important in the Vietnam War?
Kisan.
Yes. A man's most open actions have a secret side to them. These are the words of what author who wrote The Secret Sharer and Lord Jim?
Conrad. Yeah. Conrad.
Yes, it is. Thomas Jefferson, 220 points. Back to Silver Spring. Montgomery Blair. Ian, how you doing today?
Hi, I'm a 16-year-old junior, and I'd like to thank our friends, family, teachers, and teammates for coming out to support us today.
Very good. Hello, Anson.
Hi, I'm a 17-year-old junior, and I'd like to thank the man sitting to my left. It's been great playing with you for 2 years, Ben.
Aww. and it's Ben's birthday.
It is Ben's birthday.
Happy birthday, Ben.
Thank you.
And I should mention that Blair is the champion of last year. So let's get to it, gentlemen. Laser a pistachio. Hidden in this phrase is the name of what 18th century
Serapis.
British warship captured by John Paul Jones?
Serapis.
Yeah. A tribe or trip. These two words are sometimes used to describe a group of what animals represented on the zodiac by Capricorn?
Goat.
Yes. Go set a night watchman. This Harper Lee title isn't quite right. Please fix it by eliminating one word.
Night.
Yeah. Sargasso Sea, Mindanao Sea, Timor Sea. Which of these three seas is located in the North Atlantic and named for the masses of seaweed that float on its surface?
First one.
Yep, Sargasso Sea is correct. The River's Tale. This is a book, the title of a book, about life along the Mekong River, which forms a border of what Asian country whose capital is Vientiane?
Laos.
Yes, it is. Montgomery Blair, 220 points. We'll be right back.
Pro tip for fruit lovers, Giant has unbelievable produce prices. So you'll never have to choose between your favorites.
I thought I was your favorite.
Take a fresh look at Giant's produce prices. Hello Fresh meal kits, dinner for two, ready in just 30 minutes, only at Giant.
Next, Ellen. The voice is Adam Levine.
This is the 20th time I've been on the show.
I am probably responsible for your career.
Plus, Maroon 5.
Monday at 3 on NBC4.
Pro tip, Giant has great prices on produce. Raspberries for John, strawberries for Amy. What's a jicama? Thanks.
Take a fresh look at Giant's produce prices. Save on porterhouse or T-bone steak, $5.99 per pound.
Want to laugh? A bellow, a bray. How about the giddy one?
The giddy one.
Laughs just for you.
I got a fake laugh with your name all over it.
Every night on Cozy TV.
Let's hear it for the Palms from Blair High School. Welcome back, everyone. It's time for the Picture Perfect round. But before we begin, let's check the scores. Blake, 180. Jefferson, 220. Montgomery Blair, 220. Questions in this round, as you know, are worth 20 points. Up or down? Here we go. This painting shows the burning of what New York fort captured by American Blake? Answer?
Ticonderoga.
Yep, Fort Ticonderoga. To control the mind is like trying to control a drunken monkey bitten by a scorpion. This thoughtful proverb comes from what second most populous country in the world? Blair.
India.
India is correct. What Chinese-born architect designed Jefferson?
Pei.
Yep, I am Pei is right. Evaluate this expression, Blair.
13.
13 is correct. A navigator in the Pacific Ocean can use these coordinates to locate what island? Blair?
Easter Island.
Easter Island is right, belonging to Chile. These solemn children were the offspring of what 19th century author who wrote about unhappy people in Blake? Answer?
Tolstoy?
No, The House of the Seven Gables. Unhappy people in that book. Nathaniel Hawthorne is what we were looking for. This moth shares what L-initialed name with the Roman goddess of the moon? Blair?
Luna? Yeah, Luna.
Luna is right. These gemstones came from an island in what long, narrow sea separating Egypt? Blake?
The Red Sea.
Red Sea is right, and that's the end of the round.
local news, national stories, politics, sports, finance. With WTOP, you get all the news you need to conquer the chaos, all in one place. WTOP 103.5. Get it together.
So we need to get all these groceries. I need to get that prescription all the way across town. Need to get you practice on time. Okay, there's a lot on here. We can do this.
You think we can make it?
You know, Giant can pay your prescription right here while you shop. Just hand me the prescription, and that's it.
That's it?
That's really it. We'll even text you when it's done.
Sounds good to me.
Prescriptions filled while you shop. With most commercial insurance plans, switch today, and you can save up to $100 on your grocery purchases.
For more than a decade, NBC4 has partnered with the Magnet Nurses of MedStar Georgetown University Hospital. Why? To recruit more great nurses, so you'll have caring, compassionate nursing care when you need it. NBC4, working for you.
Each of these teams has really worked to get to this point. It takes a lot to know to get here. Let's meet the coaches and faculty that help prepare these students, and we begin with Blake. Lily, who's with you?
Behind me here is our principal, Mr. Sinclair. Directly behind me is our coach, Mr. Caulfield, and then behind me here is our other coach, Mr. Kalina.
Great to see you guys. From Jefferson, Rohan, who's with you?
On my right is our principal, Dr. Bonatadabis, and on my left is our coach, Mr. Laffey.
Good to see you guys. And from Blair, Anson, behind you.
Behind me are our principal, Mrs. Johnson, and our coach, Mr. Schaefer.
Good to see you. Okay, it's the packet round. We have these 3 packets. Blake will answer questions from one of them first, and Jefferson gets to choose which packet they will answer questions from.
2.
2. There are 8 questions in here. I know you know this, but for anybody who's never watched before, I don't know. You get bells and whistles and 25 points. Here we go. While its yellow branch no longer exists, there are still blue and white tributaries to what longest river in the world?
The Nile.
It is the Nile. Although Jason and Medea never celebrated a golden wedding anniversary, Medea did help Jason gain what golden object sought by the Argonauts?
The fleece.
The fleece is right. In 1801, Admiral Horatio Nelson claimed he couldn't see the signal to halt his attack and went on to win the Battle of Copenhagen and defeat what Scandinavian nation?
Denmark.
Denmark's right. Here's your science question. The force of attraction of 2 oppositely charged point particles varies inversely as which of these?
The second one.
The second one is right, separation distance squared. What American inventor painted portraits for a living before drawing on his engineering skills to design the first commercially successful steamboat?
Fulton.
Fulton is it. In her book, The Sea Around Us, what author who would later write Silent Spring calculated the age that oceans are about 2 billion years old?
Carson.
Yeah, here's your math question. Solve for x.
1.
1 is right. At the age of 92, Mahwar bin Mohammed was recently elected Prime Minister of what country where Kuala Lumpur is capital?
Malaysia.
25-point bonus for Blake. Nicely done. All right, TJ is up. Blair, what's it going to be, 1 or 3?
3.
3. Seven human beings and a rodeo bull were recently inducted into the Cowboy Hall of Fame in what Plains state whose largest city is Fargo?
Oh, North Dakota.
North Dakota.
North Dakota it is. Snow White sparkled as the heroine of a fairy tale in which the 7 dwarfs dug for what hardest gemstone?
Diamond.
Diamond.
Diamond is right. The town of La Crosse, Kansas has an entire museum displaying what sort of wire developed by Joseph Glidden to keep livestock from straying?
Barbed wire.
Yeah, it's barbed wire. Here's your science question. A concept important in aerodynamics is that as the velocity of an ideal fluid increases, which of these occurs?
So it decreases.
Pressure decreases, right. The 9th century Zanj rebellion, which involved thousands of African slaves, took place in what present-day Middle East country, whose cities include Basra and Mosul?
Oh, this is Iraq.
Iraq.
Iraq it is. An article in True Detective magazine inspired what African-American author of Native Son to write his famous story, The Man Who Lived Underground?
Right.
Right is right. Here's your math question. Solve for x.
5x equals 600, so.
120. Yes. Yeah, 120.
120 is right. Together. The 13th century African leader Sundiata Keita established a powerful empire with what same name as the modern country where Bamako is capital?
Mali.
Another 25-point bonus. Nice, Jefferson. And that leaves packet number 1 for Blair. The title of astronomer Carl Sagan's book, Pale Blue Dot, was inspired by a photograph taken by Voyager 1 of what planet, third from the sun?
Earth.
Our beautiful little blue planet, yes. The Lion Throne is the traditional seat of the Dalai Lama in what mountainous region where Lhasa is capital?
Tibet.
Tibet is it. Vachel Lindsay was an American, but one of his best-known poems names what second longest African river in its title?
Yeah, Congo.
Congo is it. Here's your science question. If you wanted to produce only carbon dioxide and water, you would do which of these things?
Third one, right? Third one.
That's right, fully oxidize a hydrocarbon. In 1873, a group of climbers became the first to climb what highest mountain in California?
Whitney? Whitney?
Whitney is right. General Godard de Kinkel is remembered, if at all, for his capture of what Irish city that gives its name to a form of 5-line humorous verse?
Limerick.
Limerick is good. Here's your math question. Evaluate this expression.
72.
Yep. Some historians claim World War II actually began in 1931 when the Japanese moved into what northeastern Chinese region and declared it an independent state?
Manchuria.
Another 25-point bonus for Blair. The grab bag round is next. Don't go anywhere.
So we need to get all these groceries. I need to get that prescription all the way across town. Need to get you practice on time. Okay, there's a lot on here. We can do this.
You think we can make it?
You know, John can fill your prescription right here while you shop. Just hand me the prescription, and that's it.
That's it?
That's really it. We'll even text you when it's done.
Sounds good to me.
Prescriptions filled while you shop. With most commercial insurance plans, switch today, and you can save up to $100 on your grocery purchases.
We are working for you in terms of our community. What is that working for you and working for our viewers mean in your jobs?
We are working for our viewers. We're here to try to share some information and hopefully give some context.
We want to make sure that we get all the stories that are important. We cover all the points that need to be covered.
A lot of times the news is tough. What we're trying to do is translate it as best we can.
We want you to leave your house with a little uplift. And I think just like you guys do it on your show, we try to do it on ours. When you walk out the door, you have faith in people.
It's a close game, so anything can happen in this grab bag round. Let's recap the scores before we jump in. Blake, 385. Jefferson, 425. Blair, 485. All right, as you know, these questions are worth 20 points apiece, 30 points for the visual questions. Here we go. An insect called Ziziva is the last animal listed in the dictionary, but what burrowing African mammal? Blair?
Yeah, right. Aardvark.
Aardvark is the first, yes. In 1863, British colonists in New Zealand fought off an uprising by what native? Blair?
Maori. Yeah, Maori.
Maoris, that's right. FedEx wasn't available in 1809. Blair?
Pony Express?
No, wait, 1809.
Answer?
Pony Express.
No, we were looking for Mad Anthony Wayne. On your screens for 30 points. Standing behind President Lincoln in this painting is what man who would later preside over Blake?
Chase?
Yes, that's right, preside over Andrew Johnson's impeachment trial. Rather than a simple thank you note, the queen of what S-initialed region supposedly sent a magic carpet to the biblical Blake?
Sheba?
Sheba is right. Composer Rimsky-Korsakov said the musical key of E major was equivalent to the blue of what Blair?
Oh, sorry. What, sapphire?
Yeah, sapphire. Nice one. In degrees, what is the smallest positive angle whose tangent is undefined? Blair?
In degrees, so 90 degrees.
90 degrees is it. On your screens for 30 points. Divine tobacco. Obviously not the opinion of the Surgeon General. This exclamation comes from the Fairy Queen, an epic poem, Blair.
Spencer.
Yes, by Edmund Spencer. A French composer may have been pressed for time in 1928 when he wrote a 7-minute opera about what mythical Greek hero who killed the Minotaur? Blair.
Theseus.
Theseus is correct. What author broke the mold when he created the fictional Glass family, whose members Blake? Answer?
Tennessee Williams?
No, J.D. Salinger. Thanks to sheep-wearing cameras, Google's Street View now has photos of the rocky terrain of what cold F-initialed islands? Jefferson?
Pharaoh?
Yeah, I want to go there too. Very good. On your screens for 30 points. The Americans defeated the British in what 1781 South Carolina battle? Jefferson?
Cowpens.
Cowpens is it. Obviously good at multitasking. What woman managed to care for her 15 children and still help found the colony of Rhode Island? Jefferson?
Hutchinson, right?
Hutchinson.
Hutchinson is it. Because it spends most of its time floating upside down, one jellyfish is named for what mythical Greek queen? Who's Blair? Answer? In 3, 2, 1. It is Cassiopeia. A byword for cruelty in the 19th century was the name of what fictional slave overseer? Blair.
Yeah, Simon Legree.
Yes, that's it. What is the name given to the integer part of a common logarithm? Blair.
Wait, what? Base.
Answer?
Base?
No, characteristic. During the French Revolution, the word monsieur was replaced by what word? Blair.
Citizen.
Citizen is it, yes. Peace Breaks Out was author John Knowles' sequel to what earlier? Blair.
Yeah.
It's Blair buzzed.
A separate piece.
A separate piece is right. The ancient biblical town of Megiddo is supposedly the site of what final battle? Jefferson.
Apocalypse.
Armageddon. Nope, and that is the end of the game.
Pro tip for fruit lovers, Giant has unbelievable produce prices, so you'll never have to choose between your favorites.
I thought I was your favorite.
Take a fresh look at Giant's produce prices. Hello Fresh meal kits, dinner for 2, ready in just 30 minutes, only at Giant.
When we say Weather Alert Day, it means the weather's taking a serious, potentially dangerous turn. Here's how Storm Team 4 is working for you. We'll start by alerting you on every one of your screens with the earliest warnings.
Then let's take a look at Storm Team 4 radar.
Utilizing our one-of-a-kind radar, which you can track on our app, keeping you ahead of the storm. Breaking updates on air, on your phone, and on social media until the threat is over. We're committed to keeping you prepared and protected. So when you see this image, you know Storm Team 4 is working for you.
At Mattress Warehouse, we're changing the way you buy a mattress. We buy locally made products and offer a wide variety of quality brands. Why? Because it matters. We invest in new technology because it matters. And we bring you the lowest prices because we know it matters. And we value our employees because they matter. So, what makes us different? Everything. Mattress Warehouse, because it all matters.
We, the early risers.
Breakfast makers.
School lunch takers.
Long-distance commuters. Need morning news that works for us.
Covering more stories where we live.
Breaking news out of Prince George's County.
Helping us plan our days.
We have storms moving in later today.
Grab your umbrella.
Getting us to work on time.
A 9-mile backup.
And more freedom to watch where we want it, when we want it.
Every morning, on TV and on your phone.
No other morning team is working harder for you.
We're News 4 Today.
And we're working for you.
Pro tip, Giant has great prices on produce. Raspberries for John, strawberries for Amy. What's a jicama? Thanks.
Take a fresh look at Giant's produce prices. Save on porterhouse or T-bone steak, $5.99 per pound.
Welcome back. Before we announce the scores, we have a special guest with a very special message. It's Giant Food President Gordon Reed here to announce the Sophie Altman Coach of the Year Award.
As a long-time sponsor of It's Academic, Giant Food takes great pride in recognising the academic achievements of our community's high school students. And today we want to acknowledge the contributions of the dedicated coaches who work with them. This year, the winner of the Sophie Altman Coach of the Year trophy is Eduardo Polone of Sandy Springs Friends School. His students describe him as a mentor as well as a teacher, and his enthusiasm has inspired not only his It's Academic teams, but has encouraged the whole school to become involved in academic competition. Giant Food congratulates Mr. Polone, and we give him our thanks.
That's wonderful. I'm going to give you a hug. Congratulations, Eduardo. And his wife makes wonderful cookies. Thank her for us. All right. Now it's time to take a look at these scores. We begin with Blake from Silver Spring, Caroline, Lily, and Joseph with 415 points. And they get $2,500 in scholarship money for their school from Giant Food, and of course they have that beautiful plaque in front of them. From Fairfax County, Jefferson High School, Grant, Rohan, and Alex, 475 points, a plaque, and they also have $2,500 in scholarship funds from Giant Food. Now for the 2018 Washington champions for the second year in a row. Way to go, guys. Montgomery Blair from Silver Spring, Ben, Anson, Ian. $5,000 in scholarship money from Giant Food. So it's just a tremendous game, but each of these teams, so powerful, so good, and all of you guys have worked so hard. Each of them won their bonus round. Just one more round of applause for them. All right, tonight we're back at 7 o'clock right here on NBC4 when the teams will compete in the It's Academic Intercity match with the Baltimore champions and the Central Virginia champions. So please join us then. I'm Hillary Howard. See you at 7. Come on down, everyone. Congratulations.
What is Huntington Learning Center?
It's the best grades ever center.
It's the Crush the SAT and the ACT Center.
It's the best decision I ever made center. Call 1-800-CAN-LEARN and save $100. Personalized attention, proven results.